Watch this. You're going to be like so super impressed with this. This is high tech is what I'm saying.
Talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. I said talk is cheap. It's overrated. My actions speak what I'm actually saying. 'Cause in the end, what you do, that's gonna hang around. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things. Don't amount to nothing. Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. Well, I've seen a lot of things. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.
Well, hello! Welcome to the Talk is Cheap Takeover! Do not adjust your sets. I am not Rhonda Corey. She did not go blonde, y'all. I am your guest host today, June Colson, or as what Rhonda would call me, June Colson Corey. And I am so excited to be here. Oh my goodness. I see Michelle Van Dusen is in the house. She says, yay, it's the June and Reggie show. Oh my goodness, June and Reggie show. Well, for those of you who know me, I have a boxer retriever mix named Reggie, but he is not allowed in here. There's too much going on. So no Chewy Cam tonight. Chewy gets the night off. Him and Rhonda, well, you know, they're out and about. And I get to take over the show today. Oh, I see my cousin Zoe is here. Hi, Zoe. That's my girl. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sharon says, Rhonda, you're right. Sharon, you have a keen eye for observation. I am not Rhonda Corey. Not at all. Not at all. But hey, when your friend is like, listen, I want you to come and help me out and take over my show. Well, what do you say? Y'all, what do you say? You say, yes, that's what you say. That's what you say. Maurice Brown. Oh, Maurice Brown is in the comments in the house tonight. Hey, Maurice Brown. Listen, Maurice Brown, breaking down the four walls. He does a Bible study with Christian comedians, sometimes famous actors and actresses pop in there. It's pretty awesome. Y'all check out Maurice Brown and the Maurice Brown Show. He's pretty awesome. Tom, I'm so happy you're here tonight. Tom says hi. Tomcat, that's right. The Tomcat is in the house. Tom, man, Tom's one of the regulars. Oh, Tom, come on, Tom. I'm bragging about you, and then all you care about is where's Rhonda? Where's Rhonda? It's a great question, Tom. Maybe we'll figure that out by the end of the show. Where is Rhonda? Ah, look at that, y'all. There's Stella Anderson. She's got some skin in the game tonight. I'll tell you guys, Stella's pretty close to one of our amazing guests. It's going to be a great show tonight. And Michelle says, blink 3 times if you need help. Who, me? I always need help, Michelle. I always, like 3 times with one eye or 2 eyes. I don't know. Man, are you guys excited? I am so excited. Look at this. I already have Christmas decorations up. You know, I'm that girl. Like right after Thanksgiving, I'm like, dude, we have to get in the spirit. We got to get in the holiday spirit. Okay, maybe I haven't always been that girl, but I am today. I'm that girl today. Can you see my goat sweater back there? I got my ugly Christmas sweater. Do y'all have ugly Christmas sweaters? I'll tell you, one time my husband was wearing that sweater when he had to go to a structure fire. That is not how you want to show up on the nightly news. Not at all. Not at all. But hey, okay, we're going to start this show because there's just so much. We have so much going on tonight. Okay. You're not going to believe who I got a little early for Christmas decorations. Oh, maybe Michelle, maybe. Yeah, we got a guest host tonight, y'all. And I'm so excited. Hopefully, you don't get too confused between the two of us. But tonight, the guest host on the Talk is Cheap takeover is the one and only Christy Conder. Comedian Christy Conder is from Nashville, Tennessee. That's right, Nashville, Tennessee. She has a YouTube channel called Kids Church with Miss Christy. You've got to check that out. Some amazing lessons, super fun, really awesome. She was Comics Comic at the Clean Comedy Challenge in Nashville, Tennessee. And tonight, y'all, she is my friend, my comedy twin. People are always mistaking us for each other. Maybe we'll see why. Please welcome to the show the guest host, Christy Conder.
June, was Rhonda coming?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Didn't you know? It's
Did
us.
you dress like me again?
Did I?
June, we've talked about this. Like, we have a schedule, we have all those kind of things to make sure this doesn't keep happening, because this keeps happening.
I know, but at this time it was a mistake. Okay, this time it was, not a mistake. I'm glad it's a happy accident. Yeah. But this time it's not, because I was stalking you again. And I wasn't outside your house again. I did not watch and see what you came out of the house in this morning.
I will check my Ring camera, and let's just go on. I see you are already decorating for Christmas.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you have a Ring doorbell camera.
Yes, I do.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Well, Christy,
I'm curious where Rhonda is, because she's the one that booked me for this.
Rhonda did?
Yeah, Rhonda booked me for this.
Oh,
so
I got it. Huh.
I was wondering if you know where Rhonda might be.
Well, you know what? Okay, so Christy, and you're kind of like some of the people in our comments tonight asking, where's Rhonda? I was kind of afraid that people would ask. And so I just wanted everyone to know that she wanted me to do this show. And I was like, Rhonda, will you do a video and let people know that you wanted me to do the show? So would you like to see that video?
I would very much like to see that video, just to confirm, make sure everything's on the up and up. Just, it's fine. I just wanted to. Yeah, it would be helpful.
Okay, so our producer Leslie Robb tonight, if she wouldn't mind, if she can get that video up and play that, I think you'll see. I think you'll see that Rhonda wanted me to be on the show tonight. Okay.
Let's see. This is
that video. It's me. Look at awesome Rhonda Colson Corey. It's a Talk is Cheap takeover. Are you kidding me? You're probably wondering, Rhonda Colson Corey, where are you at? Would you like to know? Well, it's not about me, but you got it. Where is Rhonda Colson Corey? Excuse me, what? Listen to my accent. You don't think I'm Rhonda Colson Corey? I said wicked, okay? I'm for sure Rhonda. Got it? Do you got it? You want proof? I'm Rhonda Colson Corey because where am I? Exactly. I have no idea because I have no sense of direction. I'm driving around in circles, wandering aimlessly. Where am I? Where's Rhonda Colson Corey? Oh no, I am lost. I thought I was headed towards a Macy's, but I knew something smelled funny. That's not Macy's. I'm Rhonda Colson Corey. Of course I'm not stalking a cute guy that works at Starbucks. Hi, John. Hey. Oh, out here. Yeah. It's me, Rhonda. What do you mean I don't look like Rhonda, that I'm too tall? I'll prove it. Check it out. I'm tiny little petite Rhonda Colson Corey. My feet don't even reach the pedals. Well, it looks like wherever Rhonda is, she doesn't have a good signal. So,
did you kidnap her?
What would make you think that?
That's the biggest stalker kind of video that I think I've ever seen.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? We have another guest tonight. Christy, did you know that?
This is not going to go. We will find Rhonda. We will find out where she is.
Okay. Well, how about let's talk about safety? Would that be a good thing?
Yeah.
Since we're worried about Rhonda's safety, let's talk about safety
I'm
tonight.
going to check my Ring camera right now. No.
Maybe. Well, listen, on our show tonight, we have a lieutenant from the Indianapolis Fire Department.
Oh.
Yes, and he's going to talk to us tonight about some safety tips over the
You have a lot of
holidays.
people around you that are in the fire industry.
I do. I surround myself with police and fire and EMS, and sometimes not on purpose. Sometimes they just show up. So, Christy, help me welcome to the show Lieutenant Michael James Anderson from the Indianapolis Fire Department.
Yay, Lieutenant!
Hello.
Lieutenant!
Hey!
You know, she usually gets the fire department there just by dialing 3 little numbers.
This is true. I've kind of had a history of setting things on fire. Like I've had a couple of grill fires, and I have had a kitchen fire. And one time at the fireman's ball, I tipped over a tea light candle, and I caught our tablecloth on fire. So,
well, at least there was somebody there to handle it, right?
right, and that's why I married a fireman. But that fireman is not here tonight to give safety tips because clearly he's not effective, right? So we brought Michael Anderson in from the Indianapolis Fire Department. So, Mike, we know we got the holidays coming up. People are going to be cooking and spending a lot of time together. So why don't you share with us just some tips, some things that we can keep in mind as we go into the Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's holiday?
Well, I've got a few tips here for you that one of my chiefs gave me to kind of help me out a little bit here. As you prepare for your family gathering in your home, you want to make sure that you have working smoke detectors and carbon monoxide alarms. Check those batteries before everybody gets there, and then check them at least once a year on your birthday. That way we make sure the batteries are fully charged and you never have any issues. You don't want that thing beeping at 2:00 in the morning, trying to figure out which battery's dead in those smoke alarms.
Is there a reason, Mike, that when a smoke detector, the battery gets low, it always gets low at 2 a.m.?
I don't know. It seems to be a theme though.
There's a conspiracy. It's inside the smoke detector that it has a timer that says 2 a.m.
Yes. Okay, so the carbon monoxide detector, people think about the smoke detectors, but carbon monoxide, why do you think that's important for people to not just have smoke detectors, but the carbon monoxide detectors as well?
Well, most people have some type of gas appliance in their house, and carbon monoxide is one of the most dangerous things that they can have inside their house, kind of the silent killer. Doesn't really have a smell to it. A lot of times people will start to exhibit symptoms of the headache and the rosy red cheeks and not feeling well prior to realizing what's going on. And if they don't get that checked with the fire department to come out and check their gas levels in their house or the gas company, then it could be deadly for them. And we don't want that.
Do you know what the average signal is for carbon monoxide versus a fire? Like what's the difference? Like, okay, so in the middle of the night, ours started chirping 3 chirps. And I was like, it's not a battery because it was 1 chirp. And then it was 3 chirps. I'm like, is that carbon monoxide? I'm kidding. I didn't have a ladder to get up there and look and see what the chirp was. What chirp is a chirpy chirp? Like
it all just depends on the manufacturer. They each have a different one. So you'll have to read your little manual that came with it. And
because I can put my hands on that real quick.
So
you can search it online.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Lieutenant Anderson is not like he's not like a bird, watcher who's like chirp, chirp, chirp. Ooh, that's manufactured by.
Can you identify the chirp, sir? Yeah.
That would be an excellent skill, though. Okay, so that was tip number 1. Give us tip number 2.
The big one coming up is the turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
The turkey fryers. If you're going to use a turkey fryer, make sure that you don't do it inside of your house or inside of a garage. Every year we'll get a fire or 2 that's related to a turkey fryer.
How many calls have you gotten on that one?
Quite a few. Maybe even at some local fire stations. So there might have been some incidents over the years that even the fire departments. Make sure that somebody's always watching it. Make sure the kids and the animals aren't allowed around it. We do not want anybody getting burnt. You got to make sure also that the turkey is not frozen when you put it in, because grease and water, they don't play well together. Somebody will end up getting splashed and get burnt. And you want to keep a fire extinguisher close. That way, if anything does happen, you can take care of that and get it put out quickly without getting anybody injured.
I see that Michelle Van Dusen said they had a gas leak last week and they were so happy that they had the detectors. So that's pretty awesome. And I want to say hi real quick to Alice Green. Alice Green is here, and Alice is a regular, and she says, Mike, thank you for your service. So
thank you.
Yeah, June is a hot commodity. Thank you for your service, firefighter Michael. Yeah, that's awesome. Hi, Alice. We're so glad you're here with us tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, and all is well with Michelle. It is well. Sing it, Christy.
With one L.
Michelle with one L. With one L. It is well. Hi, Bug. Oh, it's Angel Anderson. Anderson Graham. Who might that be, Lieutenant Anderson?
I don't know.
Never heard of your sister before in your life. All right. So tip number 1, the smoke detectors, carbon monoxide. Number 2, don't fry the turkey inside. Makes sense. All right. Tip number 3, talk to us.
If you decide to cook your turkey in the conventional oven at home, make sure that you don't cook it overnight. Never cook any food overnight where you're going to be sleeping, because you never know when an accident's just, waiting right around the corner. So we want to make sure that somebody's always awake, always watching that food. And I know there's a lot of us that probably went down at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and put the turkey in to be ready for the next day. But again, if you're going back to sleep, you have to be very careful, because it's just dangerous having anything cooking while you're not there watching it. Got to keep any dish towels, any combustibles, aprons, anything like that away from the stoves. That way we don't have any accidental fires. And then make sure there's nothing sitting on top of the stove, even if you're cooking inside it. Because I might or might not have been saved by my nephew Dylan one time when I had a pair of dress shoes on the stove and pushed it to the back and bumped the burner. And that might have happened just a year or 2 ago.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's where most people keep their dress shoes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. My blankets are usually in the oven too. So.
Right. Spot for them. Awesome. All right. Number 4. I found this interesting that this was on the list, because when you think, safety, you're thinking about the things that you've already brought up, the smoke detectors and all of that. But this is a very important thing too.
Yes. You want to make sure you're preparing the food properly. You don't want to make everybody sick and everybody end up going to the emergency room because the food wasn't prepared properly, or you didn't clean the counter after you prepared your poultry and you laid your vegetables on it as you were cutting them up for your vegetable tray. So we need to make sure that we are cleaning extra well and using the proper cooking techniques for your food. Everybody will be much happier, and it's better to go home with a full belly hurting than going to the emergency room because your belly's hurting.
That's important too, where it says the correct way to defrost it.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I know people are, they're like, well, we'll just leave it outside for 6 days. It'll be nice and thawed. We're like, Chrissy, are you afraid of potlucks? Do they make you nervous?
You can't eat at everyone's house.
No. I think that's an excellent tip. Not just, how safety on the stove and all of that, but safety in how you're preparing that food.
Yeah.
So that's a great tip.
Reminder.
Yeah. All right. Number 5, coming in at number 5. What you got?
This is a hard one to do in my house, is keep the kids away from the hot foods and liquids. I got so many kids running around the house. They don't, they're just always one of them right there with you, helping you out. And you want to make sure that you're careful, because you might accidentally splash any of the liquids on them. If you're frying something, it could splash over and cause a burn. So it's better to keep them out of the area. And that way you can do it much safer.
Yep.
Nice.
They tag outside. That's what just go outside. Go outside.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Or this generation, you just go, everybody gather in a circle with your cell phones and your iPads, just sit in the floor where they don't go outside anymore.
Yeah.
Do they? I love that Alice Green gave us another tip. She said, just invite a fireman to Thanksgiving. So they're already there. That's
we're always happy to accept those offers.
Yeah, for sure. So keep the kids away from the hot food. What else, Mike? Number 6. What else do we want to keep them
Also,
away from?
sharp objects. As you're cutting, you want to make sure no little hands come up on the countertop while you're cutting your carrots and accidentally cut a finger. So we want to make sure that the kids and anything that can cause them harm, we're keeping them separated.
And also keep relatives that don't get along far apart from each other.
Yes.
With
I feel like, Michael, that Christy may have had a few Thanksgivings like our family Thanksgivings, right?
Yeah. Everybody still has fingers and toes. It's fine.
Yes. And going back to that not cooking the turkey overnight. So Mike and I are our cousins, our grandma Doris. I remember us growing up, and that was what they did. They put that turkey in the oven before they went to bed and let it cook all night, didn't they?
Yep. Because you had an oven schedule, I bet. I bet that grandma had an oven schedule. And that turkey took too long.
Well, and I'll tell you too, when my grandma Doris passed away and everybody was like, oh, what would you like? Is there something from the house? The aunts and uncles or whatever. And I was like, I just want one of her burnt pot holders, because she caught stuff on fire all the time and I can still relate to it. So I told my Uncle Gary, I was like, if I could get grandma's burnt pot holder, that's probably, like other people are like knickknacks or a necklace. And I'm like, nah, just something she charred. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. All right, keep the kids away from the knives and the hot liquids. All right, number 7, what do you got?
Pay attention to any electrical cords that you have on there. My countertops are full of the toaster and a battery or a charger for the iPads and all that. Mm-hmm. So you have to make sure that you're not setting any hot plates or hot pans on top of the cords, and make sure they're not stretched to where they can reach over to the stove, or to where somebody can grab them and knock off any of the hot stuff that you just prepared. So you want to make sure that stuff's all has a clear path set in there for it.
Christy, are you one of those cord ladies that you don't have any cords on your countertop, where you have to make sure they're all hidden? And have you seen the YouTube videos of the women who are like, this is how you hide your cords, and there's like contraptions to hide them?
I have a husband that has an obsession with twist ties. And so he makes them all the cords, he will twist tie them so they are semi tucked away. But we have a million things that are twist tied so that they look more efficient. But for the most part, yes, they're all out of the way.
And our friend Alice Green, she just commented that she's never been ashamed to call the fire department, Mike, when she has a question. She says that none of her questions are foolish. It's better to be safe than sorry. So do you guys mind? Do you mind when people call and they ask? I know some silly and unusual questions are asked, but aren't you happy that they call and ask it and don't just go for it?
I would rather them call and ask, or stop by the firehouse and ask us questions, than to just, not worry about it and then it be something that we could have helped with ahead of time.
Yeah.
So yes, much better to call.
Absolutely. And Mike's sister Angel, my cousin, said that it must be a skill that we learned from our grandmother, because she burns everything too. So yeah, Angel and I, I will tell you, Angel and I are the ones that people are like, yeah, you don't have to cook anything for Thanksgiving. Just you bring the ice, June, and Angel bring 2 liters. Like that's us. We get the
cups.
No, what they do is they ask our husbands to cook, is what they do. They're like, you know what? We love that dish that Jason or Adam makes. That's what they do. All right. So pay attention to electric cords, number 8. And this can definitely happen when you have a ton of extra people in your house. What is tip number 8?
We got to make sure we're keeping the floors clear of any trip hazards.
Yes.
I'll be the one that finds it if it's on the floor. So we have to keep it clear of purses, toys, and book bags. Any of the bags you might bring your food in. We don't want to just set them around. You want to keep them tucked away somewhere safe, so that way nobody trips and falls and gets hurt. That's one that we don't think about too often, but it's very important when you got a large crowd.
That's a great tip too. And you know what else is like really slick? Garage floors. A lot of times you get that door open. If it's raining, it's such a slick surface. I know this because yesterday our garage floor was wet and leaves had blown in, and it was wet leaves. And I'm telling you, it was like ice when I stepped in. Wow. And so I fired up the leaf blower and blew all the wet leaves out of our garage. But I mean, there's nothing worse, especially people up north, they're already getting snow and things like that. So, It's all fun and games till Granny breaks her hip. You know what I'm saying?
And here we're back in the emergency room.
And we're back in the ER. And you know what? I wonder. I know for sure that Mike and I have had family in the ER on Christmas. Christy, have you ever had a family member at the hospital on Christmas or Thanksgiving?
I can't recall. Fingers crossed. I can't recall anything off the top of my head. I think we've had close calls.
Our
We've
families
had floods. We have had floods. Like washer overflow or the dishwasher overflow.
Oh, I see.
Hot water heater has come through the light fixtures. Yeah, that's the Condor way.
I thought maybe when you said floods, I thought maybe like floods in Texas, like flood waters in Texas or something. But just floods where you, yeah.
Something overflows, some water, the pool overflows, whatever.
Mine and Jason's first, my husband, our first apartment, I just put Dawn dishwashing liquid in the washing machine, dishwasher. Yeah. Like, they have those parties now in like Mexico, the bubble parties where everybody goes and they dance around in suds and stuff. Like I started that in my apartment back in 1995. Like, you're welcome, all you party goers. Okay. So, all right. Trip hazards next. Number 9, Mike, bring it home.
Keeping the kids engaged with an activity outside of where you're preparing the food. Make up some games, get some coloring books out. If it's warm enough outside to where they won't freeze to death, send them outside to play ball. Just get them outside the area to where you're working. So that way you can work effectively and you don't trip over them and we don't get one of them injured.
I grew up in Houston. You could go swim.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And sometimes in Nashville you can. It just depends.
Exactly.
Right.
Today's was warm too. So.
Absolutely. All right. We are down to the final tip. Tip number 10, safety tips for the holiday season. What do we got, Mike?
Don't use your oven for any unsafe methods. Use it for cooking. We don't use it for heating. We don't want to have anybody overcome with fumes or the carbon monoxide that could be put out from the stove, depending on what type of stove you have. So you want to make sure that you're only using it for what it's meant to be used for. And if you need help with heating or something like that, get a hold of your local utilities company and see what kind of help they can give you.
Hey, Michael, when I was in college, we lived in a shack, literally. And we had a space heater. And I've heard,
oh, yes.
Yeah. And I had never had a space heater before. And I remember like laying next to it and thinking all of a sudden going, wait, this blanket is really close to this space heater, not knowing that could really catch on fire. But that's a very common thing too, right?
Yes, we have a lot of fires with space heaters every year. So you want to keep things at least 5 feet and preferably 10 away from those. That way there's no chance of it coming in contact. 'Cause it doesn't take just a few seconds of a blanket touching one of those space heaters for it to go up in flames.
Oof.
Yeah. So when I first moved to Kentucky, we had space heaters, and I mean, I grew up. My family had a lot of financial difficulties, and we would have the electricity cut off and certain things like that. And you think, oh, who would heat their house with an oven? But we did. I remember doing that, and then I remember my sister Bobby Joe. Anybody who's seen my comedy, I have a story about me catching my bangs on fire. But my sister Bobby Joe, she was sleeping in the floor in front of this space heater. And y'all know we were doing Aquanet back in the 90s, right? She fell asleep in front of the space heater in the floor trying to get close to it and woke up and half her bangs were gone. It had just singed up her forehead throughout the night. So not only is it like a safety issue, but it's also kind of a fashion issue as well. Like you don't want to be the girl with the singed up bangs, do you? No.
Not a new trend.
No. And Kylie says, hi, Junebug. Look, we got all kinds of fans on here tonight. Hi, Kylie. Hey. All right. So Mike, thank you so much for those amazing tips. We hope that you and your family have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And we hope that our listeners, our watchers, that they pay attention to every single one of those. All of those tips were awesome. We appreciate your fire chief from the Indianapolis Fire Department allowing us to bring you on tonight and do that. But listen, we're not done with you, brother. We're not done. Okay, so what we're going to do is my producer, Leslie Robb, is going to kick you to the back for a little bit. All right.
Okay.
Hang out in the green room, eat the snacks if you find anything, just be comfortable. And here in a little bit, we're gonna bring you back. We're gonna bring you back. But we have another guest that we're gonna pop on here. All right. So we're gonna say bye to you for a moment, Mike.
Bye.
But just for a moment. All right, Christy, what about
Fantastic.
pretty awesome, huh?
Very cool. Very cool. What I have really taken away from that is that I should not cook on Thanksgiving, and we should all just go out to eat. I mean, it's for safety reasons.
Right. And in the restaurants, they have a lot more, strenuous safety rules.
Absolutely.
Right?
Someone else can watch the kids. I mean, they're going to watch and keep watch over them and keep them all safe.
Right.
So, I mean, it's really for my health and the benefit of my family that I don't cook. That's
so when he said keep the kids out of the food prep area in a restaurant, you can't get further. They don't let you back there, right?
Absolutely.
They don't let you.
It's really for the safety of all people.
I see Mallory and Kennedy are saying hi, and Leslie Gaddis, the Leslie Gaddis, my sister Leslie is watching tonight. Hey, Leslie. All right. Well, listen.
I'm so excited.
I am too. We have another guest tonight, and I am telling you that I saw this guest rock the faces off people at the LOL GCA Comedy Conference in Triangle, Virginia, just last October. She came home with a trophy. She is a fantastic, amazing comedian. All right. So today we're going to bring on Felicia Frazier, aka Fifi. She's been doing comedy for 15 years, Christy. 15 years she's been doing comedy. People might recognize her from the radio show, the Soul Funny radio show. And not only is she beautiful and funny, but she is smart too. She has a bachelor's in theater.
Theater.
Yes, she is. I have the most.
Adorable.
And she's a theater major. So welcome to the show, comedian Felicia Frazier.
Hi, ladies. How
Hello,
are you?
darling.
We are so happy to have you on, Felicia. What are you up to? Where are you at? What are you doing right now?
Well, right now I'm getting ready to go to a rehearsal when we're done here, but I'm also in the midst of hurricane prep because if you guys have seen, we were totally living our lives on Sunday evening, and then Monday morning they were like, yeah, a hurricane's coming on Wednesday. Hope you're ready. So we have a tropical storm that's coming tomorrow, whatever. They just canceled school. Being in Florida, we have hurricanes every other week, whatever.
What's your number one hurricane prep? I grew up in Houston. We did the same thing. But so what's your number one hurricane prep?
Having chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Portable chargers for the phones, portable chargers for my kids' iPads, portable chargers. That is it, because if I can't charge my phone, I can't find out if the restaurants are open.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I neglected to mention where Felicia is. It's really weird that they're having hurricanes in Ohio, but so sorry. Felicia, where are you at right now? Where are you at?
I live in sunny South Florida. Yes, honey. I'm born and raised. I've never lived anywhere else.
Nice.
Now, Michelle Van Dusen says that Felicia looks way too young to have been doing comedy for 15 years.
That's what I'm saying.
But she started when she was I think like in the cradle, right? Like that's where you really started to develop.
You're in the nursery going, hey, give me that mic.
Knock, knock.
Thank you. Yeah. I was out there like, listen, all you little preschool kids gather around because I got these jokes.
She had the toy microphone.
Right.
This is your microphone.
The boom box. That's right. I turned it on and I was like, what did the chicken say to the duck? They weren't ready. They weren't ready. But no, I started at 21. That was my official launch. Wow. So I've been out here a long time, man. It seems like whatever.
Well, she knows what she's doing. And as comedians, a lot of times we watch other comedians and we kind of study what they're doing, and we don't really get to get into what they're doing and laugh. And I just couldn't you just couldn't hold it back with Felicia.
Aw.
So fantastic. Absolutely amazing. But listen, speaking of just being an amazing human being, you saw all the tips Mike gave us, right? Lieutenant Anderson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some pretty awesome tips.
That was
And
cool.
now we're not going to let him just sit back. We're going to bring him back up, Felicia, because I don't know if you know this about Rhonda Corey's show,
Okay.
but she loves to play games. And so do I. Now, have you noticed the twinning we got going on here?
I
The
noticed
kryptonite?
that because both of you ladies look really good. That's why I was like, I'm going on this show with June, and June likes to make sure her face is right. So I got to make sure my makeup is right because June always comes on here looking like she's 19, and I'm not ready. And then Christy has this amazing hair that just looks like she walked out the salon a few minutes ago and was like, whatever. So whatever. I
You
can't
too.
Well, get used to these faces, because if our producer, Leslie Robb, doesn't mind, I'm going to have her pull Mike back up, and we're going to play a game today. All right. Leslie Robb, would you cue?
Okay.
That's right. You got game tonight. It's twinning is winning. Oh, you're not ready, are you?
Wow.
That's the game tonight, you guys. We're going to play twinning is winning. But that's not all. You're thinking, where's Rhonda Corey? If she's not here, then how could it possibly be that the scorekeeper is here? But guess what, folks? I brought her along with me. Or
Nice. We're
let's play the impartial judge of points. The world's most famous scorekeeper is in the house. Oh, no. Mike, do you recognize that chirp? What brand of detector? Oh, we got Hi Stella and Tom and Angel
Oh, wow,
and Maurice and
look at
Sharon. Okay, listen, we only have so much time to do this game. And
But
hi,
where is Rhonda?
where in the world is Rhonda, Colson, Corey? Anyway, moving on with the game. Okay, so the game tonight is twinning is winning. Friends, this is what's going to happen. Mike and Felicia. Now, Felicia, have you played the game on here before? Do you know how to change your name to go down to the corner and change it?
I can try. Wait, let me see.
By your name, there's 3
Oh, I
dots.
see it.
Okay, and so
Okay.
what you're going to do is I'm going to read you a question that was asked of the twins. Okay? I'm going to read the question, and I'm going to tell you both answers. And you have to decide which twin, when I give you the specific answer, you have to decide which twin gave that answer. Okay? So what you'll do is you'll type that in where your name is, but don't press enter until I tell you to reveal your answers. Are you guys ready for number 1?
Do I get
Ready.
Number 1, the first question that we ask the twins was, if you were a professional wrestler, what would your name be? One twin said her name would be the Arctic Choke. The other twin said that her name would be Vicious Pound Cake. Now, before you decide, you're going to have to tell us which one you think is Arctic Choke. But I'm going to let you see the twins in their wrestling costumes first. So which twin is Arctic Choke? Is it June? Or is it Christy? Who is Arctic Choke? All right. So go ahead and type in your answers. Who do you think it is? Who is Arctic Choke? And go ahead and press enter when you got it. Felicia says Christy, and Mike says Christy. Which twin is Arctic Choke? The answer is June. June. Artichoke. Aw, come on now. Leslie Gaddis guessed June. Oh no, she guessed pound cake. Dun dun dun.
I definitely thought you were the one that wanted that pound cake. Okay.
Alice Green, she guessed June. Alice was correct right there. Awesome. All right. Question number 2 that the twins that we answered. All right. What is one of the most embarrassing things that you have in your house right now? One twin said 2 old mattresses leaning up against my wall. The other twin said tiny feet that fit my fingers. Which twin said she has tiny feet that fits her fingers? Was it Christy or was it June? Go ahead and type in your answers.
Mike's
All right.
answer.
Oh.
They both said
Oh, both Felicia and Christy said, or Felicia and Mike said June, and you're correct.
It really sounded like something June would possess.
Da, 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 da. All right. So right now, score.
And yes, I have 2 mattresses, old mattresses leaning up against a wall.
Leslie Gaddis said it was June. Christy, Alice Green said Christy. Stella said, I know. Stella. And Zoe said June. She was correct.
Nice.
So, scorekeeper, what's our score right now? Do we know? Fifi
You said
won, Mike
one.
won. Oh, I knew this was going to be a tight game. All right.
Come on.
Are y'all ready for question number 3?
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Okay. Number 3. What is the weirdest thing that you eat on a regular basis?
These were really personal.
One twin said that daily I swallowed two pieces of gum. The other twin said I eat pizza and pickles. I mean, popcorn and pickles. So which twin said they eat popcorn and pickles? Is it Christy or is it June? Type in your answers. Popcorn and pickles. All right. Mike, your answer is June. And Fifi is Christy. It's Christy! Christy is it. I figured that one might trip up Mike because Mike's sister Angel and I ate dill pickles like that was like the last meal we were ever going to have. Zoe said June bug. Alice Green said Christy. Alice was pregnant.
I am not pregnant.
June is more of a risk taker. The swallowing gum thing doesn't seem like something Christy would want to do.
No, that'll keep your stomach for 7 years.
Yeah. And well, and just so you know, it completely freaks out Rhonda Colson Corey. Okay. Rhonda Corey of a Rhonda Corey comedy thinks it's disgusting. Oh, by the way, I don't know.
Have you tried popcorn and pickles? It's so good.
It sounds like a winner.
I still will eat that. I will definitely eat that. But really fast, I forgot to tell you guys. Since I'm the imposter, I have an imposter bottle. Okay. What are you playing for? What is the prize? Normally, it's Rhonda Corey Comedy, Clean Comedy Hand Sanitizer. 100% clean comedy, 100% clean hands. And the sanitizer is valued at $5,500. But tonight, if you win and I'm the imposter, you get Dollar Tree Cool Breeze, only 65% effective, and it's half a bottle. That's what you get.
I'm waiting for my reward in heaven. I can't depend on you people.
Okay. The next question, number 4. If you had a book title for your life, what would it be? One twin said her book title would be This Was Not in the Brochure. The other twin said her book title would be One Woman's Search for Life, Love, and Her Cell Phone. Which twin said this was not in the brochure?
I think the answer.
Okay, this was not in the brochure. The answer is Christy. Wow, you both got it. Look at
Nice.
that. And look, so what? So scorekeeper, we have Fifi and Mike are ducks. Correct. Okay. Oh, Leslie Gaddis said she thought it was June. This was not in the brochure. Alice Green
Thanks,
is
Alice.
rocking. Alice is rocking tonight.
She is. She's like ahead. The online poll. Are we 2 peas in a pod? Is that what it is?
Oh, that is what it is. Scorekeeper is so smart. He or she is always ahead of me. All right. Awesome. Okay. Question. Not in the oh, well, there's an inside joke from my sister that I just found a few years ago. It may not have been in the brochure, but I'm so glad she's here now. I love you, Leslie. Okay, so the twins were asked if you were a villain in a superhero movie, what would your catchphrase be? One twin said, like a glue stick for chapstick, I'll stick you with the pain.
Oh, wow.
The other twin said, it's not your day, it's not your day. Which twin said it's glue stick for chapstick? Is it twin Christy or twin June?
Bob Ross just popped up.
Bob Ross. He's always around, you know, that Bob.
Wait, which one did you ask? Which one did which
They're like a glue stick for chapstick.
glue
So
stick.
is this both of your answers? You're both going with June. It is June. Look at y'all. Twinning is winning right there.
June has a little bit more randomness going on. It felt more June-like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Double trouble. Double trouble.
I have to tell you though, where I heard that it's not your day. I was in New York with a friend, New York City, and there was a woman cop, a New York City woman cop, and she was little, but she was owning that street, and they had it blocked off, and this guy was trying to basically run her down, and she was not having it. And he was like honking, yelling at her. She just kept saying, it's not your day. It's not your day. It's not your day. It's not. I was like, I want to be her. I want to be her. She was like, I'm not taking this. And she just kept saying it, and the guy just gave up and drove away. But I was like, that's my favorite person on the face of the planet. This New York City woman cop. She was fantastic.
So Jennifer Stevenson.
Oh my gosh, what is
said,
that?
Oh my gosh, ha ha ha. Leslie.
It's cute.
Little Bit Steven said it was June. Alice Green, once again, correct, said June. Right. Leslie Gaddis, still questioning her sister. We are sisters, Leslie. June? Yeah, it's June, Leslie. Zoe said June, and no doubt, or no double blessings, not double trouble. I love you, Alice Green. I love ya. All right, next question, number 6. 3 words that describe the weirdest guy you ever dated. One twin said short, hairy, and imaginary. The other twin said boring, boastful, and beret. Okay, so which twin said short, hairy, and imaginary?
Who wears a beret? What? Okay, what was the question? You were dating.
Well, the question was the weirdest. Three things to describe the weirdest dude you ever dated, and apparently beret is. Fifi, you've never dated a guy with a beret?
Not with all 3 of those. No. What?
But who said short, hairy, and imaginary was her first boyfriend?
Who said that?
The hair.
Let us know when your answers are locked in. Robert G. Lee
Mine's
just
there.
said, he just tuned in. Did Rhonda dye her hair? And who are these twins you keep talking about? Robert G. Lee, you know who the comedy twins are. Come on, Robert G. Lee. No, Rhonda Corey. I will tell you this much. She's not, I did not kidnap her, and she's not in this box that says do not open till Christmas. That's not how I took over this show. Don't ask. Okay. Okay. So who said short, hairy, and imaginary? Y'all think I had an imaginary boyfriend? It was Christy. The twin was Christy. Alice Green even guessed I had an imaginary boyfriend. Oh no.
You have tiny feet that
so-
fit on your fingers. Why wouldn't you have an imaginary boyfriend? What?
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
It goes together.
Oh, the answer was Christy. Where are we at on the score right now, scorekeeper?
Ooh. Score.
I'm losing.
Oh, let's go.
The floor. You still got you can still catch up. You can still catch up. Robert just tell us apart. I'm not asking Robert G. Lee how he can tell us apart because I'm afraid what that answer might be. Okay. Oh, good point, Felicia. That's they feel like you made a valid point about me, Felicia. So thank you so much. All right. Number 7, strangest thing that happened to your family. One twin said their child fell through a glacier. Another twin said that their house was robbed 6 times. Which twin had their home robbed 6 times?
Who lives in the Arctic to be around glaciers? These answers are a little skeptical.
Right, Felicia, but we're not giving you help, okay? You have to, I mean, I'm not going to cheat for you, okay? Mine's my family.
And she's not cheating for me either.
No, I wouldn't. Nope, I wouldn't. Let's see. Oh, we got some answers coming in. Are your answers locked in? It was Christy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So let's see. We have Leslie Gaddis said June. Zoe Graham. Yes, Christy.
Who fell through a glacier?
So we were in Alaska.
And where were you?
I was in Alaska.
And you went.
Oh yeah. Like I was like, let's see what happens if we throw a kid in a glacier. Like, why wouldn't you? They were teenagers. They were driving me insane. No, we rode 4-wheelers. June robbed Christy. June was robbed Christy. Oh, I was like, June robbed Christy. So we went to Alaska and we rode 4-wheelers to a gold mine, like an active gold mine. There was a guy who lived at the gold mine. If you leave the gold mine, it's considered abandoned and someone else can move in there. And so there literally are people who live at the gold mines through the entire winter long. So they bring all the supplies that they need, and they're basically it's just hermits. It's just people who don't come out, right? But we were riding these ATVs to bring supplies to this guy, and the glaciers had not melted on the land yet, but it was like really warm. So we rode over them, and then on our way back, part of one of the glaciers had melted. So we had to go around it with our 4-wheelers. And the guy was like, let me drive him over and you and the kids jump. So we jumped, but one of them missed. And I looked over and all you saw was his eyes like looking, and he just fell through the glacier. Like he had ice in his boots and everything. And I was like, you fell through a glacier. Like, who can say that? That's really awesome, buddy. Because he was about to panic. Like I was trying to find so, now I get to use that years later.
Wow.
It's a win-win, Felicia. It's a win-win.
But the further you got into the story, the more I was like, yeah, this is not Black people stuff.
No, Black people don't jump over glaciers. How about bear hunting? I bear hunted. I went bear hunting.
Too. The minute I found out that it was ice, I wasn't going to be driving over it. I was going to put the ice in the freezer to stay cold.
I'm fine.
Maybe we should have asked Mike about driving over glaciers. Indiana gets cold, y'all. Indiana gets cold. All right.
Why? Felicia's in Florida.
That's it.
No.
That's funny that Robert said he can tell us apart, and then his first guess about who said what was wrong. So he said, I guess I can't tell you apart. Okay, next question. Number 8.
You better hurry up.
What is the weirdest thing that you have ever said out loud to a stranger?
Oh, good.
The weirdest thing you've ever said out loud to a stranger. One twin said, don't touch another man's pegboard. The other twin said, stop acting like a couple of turds. We're at the aquarium. These were said to strangers. So who said, don't touch another man's pegboard? Was that twin Christy or was that twin June?
What was the other comment? Don't be a turd.
Don't
Be a turd in there.
stop acting like a couple of turds. We're at the aquarium. Yes, Christy, it is Christy. Oh my goodness. Oh my
Good job,
goodness.
Mike.
Good job.
I finally got another one right.
Alice Green wants to know, Mike, are you near Kokomo?
About 45 minutes to an hour away.
Yeah, not too far from Kokomo.
Nope.
All right, Little Bit Stevenson guessed it was June. Turds, June. Thanks, Robert. Pegboard, Christy. Okay, we're moving on. All right, number 9. If you had a scary movie title that described your anger. One twin said, Nope, or The Grudge. The other twin said, Attack of the Angry Momster. Who said Attack of the Angry Momster? Twin Christy or Twin June? It's June. Mike, what'd you say? I can't see. I'm in the way. June and June. Okay. All right. We got it right. What number was that?
Christy.
Number 9? Oh, I'm
Christy
looking.
doesn't say words like momster. Sorry.
You're not wrong, Fifi. You know me.
I thought you thought I was cool, Fifi. Come on now. Now I feel like
It's just not something Christy would say.
oh my goodness. Look at the momster that the scorekeeper has, the impartial judge of points. So
What
there's
is the
that.
score?
I love that little guy.
Ah.
What's
Leslie says Maddie called it. Zoe says June bug. Zoe, be confident in your answers, Shug. You put a question mark every time. You just when you pick, just go for it. Zoe's had an exciting day today, so I'm going to give her a break. Alice Green said Christy. A little bit. Steven said June. Or Stevenson said June. Alice Green, Christy.
What's the score, scorekeeper?
Let's see it.
We don't need to look at that. We don't have to look at it.
Bring it on.
There,
Mike,
just leave
I
it
guess
alone.
five.
And 7 for Fifi. He showed us Fifi and Mike. Oh my goodness. Number 10, I have to read off the paper because
Is
it's
this
so
the last
long.
one?
We have 12.
Oh,
So yeah, we're gonna go through fast. Number 10, what is the dumbest way you ever injured yourself?
Okay.
One twin said hot glued. I want to go fast. One twin said I hot glued my fingers to a piece of lettuce. The other twin, gonna take a breath, said, I injured myself doing a cartwheel off a diving board. My back foot hit one of the guardrails and I practically ripped myself in half, hit the water, and thought, well, I have split myself into 2 parts now. Guess I'll drive home. For the record, she was 30 years old. Who did the cartwheel off the diving board? Was it Twin June or Twin Christy? Are you both answering June?
Oh.
It was Christy!
that was the most pain I've ever felt in my life.
I'm sorry, June. I was judging it based off of the glacier story.
It's okay. It's okay. I feel like I've kind of set a pattern, and you follow that pattern. June, Mary the fireman, Christy taught preschoolers. Okay, Robert is now proving that he knows something about us. And Leslie is correct. I hot glued my
How
finger.
did you hot glue lettuce? Come on.
I was making a taco costume, and I was trying to.
With real lettuce?
It was fake. I was making fake lettuce, and I hot glued the lettuce to my fingers. So let us move on. All right, number 11. Besides being the best comic of all time, what else would you be famous for? One person said, I would set the world record for having the most letters sent to me from the HOA. The other said, I can blow triple bubbles with my bubble gum. Who can blow the triple bubbles? June and June. The answer is Christy! Okay, Zoe guessed Christy, but she didn't put a question mark.
I was just
So I gave poor advice to Zoe. Wait, no. Zoe said June? Zoe said June. She was correct and no question mark. Way to go, Zoe. HOA June. Yes, for sure. For sure. I got wrote up again this week. Okay. That's okay. All right. Alice Green said June.
Child of the King. What are you doing to get written up by the HOA?
Oh, it's, maybe I videotape myself in a chicken costume crossing the road. And the neighbor didn't want their house in my video. So it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Okay. Final question.
Burning something in the front yard.
How many points behind is Mike? What do we need? So this was just for fun. Okay, what is something that people do that absolutely annoys you? One twin said, it annoys me when someone only friends me to try and sell me anti-wrinkle cream, diet supplements, or some other product that says, hey, you're chubby, you look old, and we generally find you unattractive.
Accurate.
The other twin said, it annoys me when people stand too close to me in the checkout line. Who doesn't want to be friends with the people who call her chubby on Facebook? Is it June or is it Christy? You both answered June?
No. I was typing slow.
It was June. You almost brought it home. All right, scorekeepers, show us the final score of Twinning is Winning. Scorekeeper?
You there?
I lost.
Oh, I was gonna say
Hi. 1 point, lose 1 point for trash.
Oh, Phoebe lost some points for trash talk. I was gonna say the scorekeeper is not in this box behind me. I promise. I promise. Well, Felicia Frazier, comedian Fifi, thank you for joining us on Talk is Cheap today. Lieutenant Mike Anderson from the Indianapolis Fire Department. We had so much fun having you guys on here. And next week, y'all, I'll let her out of the box. I won't wait till Christmas. Rhonda Corey will be back. And producer, can you show us who's on the show? Check it out, y'all. Carrie Jones. What? I love Carrie Jones. Michelle Krajewski. Oh, I love her too. I don't know. Rhonda might not be back. All right, well, that's it for this episode that I ran long 2 extra minutes. So sorry. I love you, Rhonda, Colson, Corey. We'll see you next week. That's it for Talk is Cheap. Bye, y'all.
I will hold you. Ain't no man, ain't no woman, ain't no thing, no, there ain't nothing going on. Well, I've said a lot of things that don't amount to nothing.